couple of these mules and take out a couple of these FCVs trying to make those missile turrets, but that Thor is going to be able to push those Mutalisks away. And those Thors are powerful against those Mutas, but Mardow is starting to get a huge amount of Mutalisks, and he also has Ultralisks, and he is getting armor for those Ultralisks right now. So we're going to see a relatively strong melee ground army coming out of Mardow, but it looks like Cass is going to start moving out, and he is going to start annihilating these units. But a fungal growth goes down on those Marines, but it won't be able to enough to stop those Marines. Those medevacs continue to heal, but a lot of them going down after being stemmed up. And it looks like more infestors are over here, but those infestors are going to be able to get sniped out. More lings coming up, but they are going to get wasted. A fungal growth actually goes down, but none of the units die because of the medevac's ability to heal, which you all should know. And it looks like a large force of Banelings coming over here, and they're going to, oh man, they completely annihilate the command center over here. And now Cass is in serious trouble. He doesn't have enough macro, and Mardow is just macroing up like crazy. His economy has just gone through the roof, and he can easily max out his army at any time right now. Meanwhile, Cass is a bit low on the economy right now. He needs to get another base. He is almost completely mined out of main, and he is starting to push out. And now those Zerglings coming over here, and there's a couple Banelings, and it looks like those Ultralisks are going to try and get a surround in here. But oh man, the Ultralisks get completely annihilated by the Thors, but the Thors come very, very weakened by this. A couple Overlords getting shot down. And now Cass is moving into Mardow's base, but he doesn't realize how many bases Cass has right now. A drop actually going down for Cass over at another of Mardow's bases over here. So Mardow is trying to fight multiple fronts. Now the Ultralisk is going in to the base over here, trying to take out as many of these units as possible. Getting all these missile turrets taken out, and Cass trying to block off over here. And those Ultralisks are going to start doing work on all of Cass's units, and then they're gonna back away. Reinforcements coming in from the west over here from Cass, and Cass getting another command center over at the high yield. And he's probably gonna make that into another planetary fortress. That Baneling run really hurt Cass, and Cass is continuing to destroy overlords as many as possible. And now Mardow does not have as many Banelings as he did before. He has a couple Mutas on the field, and he does have Ultralisks coming out, and he does have a lot of Infestors coming out also. So we'll see, and it looks like this Ultralisk army is going to back away from all these Thors and all these Marines and Marauders. Cass sieging up, moving up with his SCVs, getting a couple missile turrets so he can see burrowed units. And it looks like that Overlord is going to get sniped out by the Thors over here. But will Mardow be able to... Oh, it gets swept out. And those Ultras are going to start moving in. Cass stemming up his Marines and Marauders. And those Lings are going to get back attack on them. And oh man. Oh, all the infantry does go down. But Cass still has a lot of siege tanks over here. And they're going to shell away at those Ultras. And those Ultras are going to die. And those Infestors just standing there. But a couple Overlords coming in to do a couple Baneling drops. Let's see if he can get some over here. A couple Lings getting dropped over here. And now they're going to get right up into that siege tank and completely annihilate it. And now Cass has lost most of his siege tanks. And oh man, that Thor is going to go down to those Lings. Or not. It looks like an SCV barely able to heal that Thor over here. And there are a lot of medevacs over here. But more Lings coming out, more Infestors are out right now. So if he can get a couple Infested Terrans to block off that Thor, then he could be in a very good position. But Cass still has several siege tanks blocking off his main base, as well as a planetary fortress. So I don't think Mardow is going to be able to push in. Mardow reclaiming this hatchery over here, getting a lot of Overlords with Lings over here to drop, possibly. And it looks like Cass is getting a medevac drop over here as well. And those missile charges are going to start shelling away at those Overlords, and those Overlords are going to try and drop as many Lings as possible. Mardow has a lot of Lings in Cass's base right now, and Cass is completely out of position. His army is way over here, and Cass is going to start destroying all those unit production. unit production facilities. A couple of Marines coming up here to try and defend, but a lot of them get taken out. And there are still a lot of Lings over here. That starport finally getting lifted off, but it's going to burn down before any SCV gets there. And it looks like those Thors are going to be able to finish off those Lings over here. Meanwhile, another battle going down, a fungal growth coming down, and it looks like the infestors are going to get taken out, but not at the cost of those Ultras just coming in from behind and completely annihilating this army. The Thor getting barely lifted off over here by the medevacs, and it looks like Mardow is going to start pushing out with his Ultralisk and his infestors, but the Planetary Fortress is going to start shelling, and a bunch of infested Terrans are coming out. The Thor desperately trying to take out those infestors, but oh man, there is a lot of infested Marines over here, and those Ultralists are doing massive damage. And those SCVs are going to get all cut away. Thor back here trying to save what's left of his forces. And he does manage to get one Ultralisk, and will a second one go down, and those infested Marines are going to reinforce and die for the sake of those Ultralisks getting away. And those Ultralisks are all very low on HP, but he's going to move them out again and try to push in. But there are three relatively strong Thors right now on the field, and they're going to start shelling away with those Ultralisks, and those Ultralisks are going to take massive damage over here. Meanwhile, more Banelings over here, more Infestors over here, more Lings getting morphed out, and more Ultras getting morphed out. And it looks like Cass isn't going to check over here to check for another expansion. And it looks like while I wasn't watching, Mardow was able to snipe out this hatchery. All the drones getting moved away, and the high yield hatchery finally coming up again. Scan going down on top of Mardow's base over here. And it looks like both players content to stay back and not do anything. It looks like Mardow is moving out with Mutas and Ultralisk, and he's going to start moving out against this command center over here that Cass has put down. And oh man, will he be able to do anything? A fungal growth does go down. Infested Marines are coming down, but all of the Ultralisk, all the Lings are going to get taken out, and the infested Marines are going to be able to do anything against this large force. Cass continuing to build Thors, but Cass actually leaving the game. I think he got disconnected, but oh man, that's too bad. But I think Cass did have the disadvantage right now. He was completely mined out of 2 of his bases, and he did not get a 3rd base. Meanwhile, Mardow was mining out of 2 bases now, but I guess it could have been even. I still think that Mardow had the advantage, but it looks like Cass was disconnected. So game 1 is going to go to Mardow. So we'll see if Mardow can continue the momentum, or if Cass will pull off game 2 from Mardow. So thank you guys for watching. As always, please subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/KesselGamer. That's KESL Gamer. And I will see you guys next time. Kessel signing out.